Hello everyone and welcome to this video. Now today I'm going to be doing another vinyl update video for this month. So just like a quick overview of what I've got to show in this video. Just got some VCLT from James Laubhan over in Texas, what he sent over, which I'll show first. Then I've got a couple of CDs, various used vinyl files, and then some newer stuff, finishing off with a Paul McCartney rarity. So yeah, I'll just get started. First ones here are two Kinks EPs, what James sent over. These were Record Store Day issues. Record Store Day of course took place about this time last month, and these two were issued. Dave Davies hits and a Kinks EP, what I believe is called Mr. Pleasant. And I didn't see these both on Record Store Day, but in my store they were priced at £20 each for a wee EP, and you notice here that they are in dollars there, $12, which is about £8. So if they were that price, I would have just bought them. But for £20, I was thinking I'm not paying that. So James very kindly said, "Look, I'll just buy them for you." So he did, and these are fantastic. And I'm so grateful that he did as well, because he bought me the other two ones of last year's Record Store Day. So these are good addition to my little collection what I've got going. So on this one here, this is the Kinks one here. We've got the songs Two Sisters, Mr. Pleasant, Village Green. Hang on, I'll just get this back in again. And I Will Love You, and This Is Where I Belong. So I only really know two of those songs, Mr. Pleasant and Village Green, and I think Two Sisters is on something else. So there's two new songs on there for me to discover. So yeah, that was that one. And then Dave Davies hits as well here. So here we have Death Off a Cloud, Love Me Till the Sun Shines, Funny Face, and Susanna's Still Alive. I know all the songs, all great tracks, and Dave Davies solo songs, but they're really just Kinks songs with him singing. So yeah, that's great as well. So thank you, James, for sending those. I'm really grateful, and I'll try and send something to you in return. Anyway, now onto the stuff that I got. A couple of CDs I've purchased over the last month. First one here is the Hollies, and this is just called The Greatest Hits. This is a double CD of their greatest hits, most popular songs. Maybe a bit of overkill on here, because there's a lot of stuff in there that I'm not that interested in. I'm mostly just interested in the 60s stuff. They had a couple of good songs in the 70s as well, but they've continued through that, and there are some great songs in there, as you do expect. But maybe I could have just done with getting a single disc compilation. But this is good. Just all the Hollies what I'll need on CD. Another one here is Blondie and The Essential, and this is really good actually. Those are the songs on the back. Some fantastic songs. They're really getting into Blondie, and I got Parallel Lines last month. Fantastic album, and this is just more of their greatest hits on here. So yeah, very glad I got this one as well. Also this month I purchased two Tom Petty CDs. We got Heart Promises here. Got this on vinyl of course, but I just got the CD mostly just to put onto my iPod and just listen to it, and cause all or most of his albums are very consistent, very fantastic. So so this is a good one. And then also got Into the Great Wide Open on CD as well, for pretty much the same reasons, just to put it onto my iPod. Because this is a great album as well, not as strong as Full Moon Fever, but still a really consistent album. So now I've got a 7-inch single picture disc to show, and mostly just got this in there to get as complete as I can on this artist. I've got Jeff Lynne and Video, and this is the picture disc to it. I know you could get a 12-inch single, but I didn't think it was a picture disc. I think it was just a 12-inch single and a 7-inch. So I decided to get the picture disc. This wasn't too expensive. It's not a very good song, by the way, very, very, very 80s, has aged quite a bit, but it is mostly just to get complete on Jeff Lynne, and I've got a nice picture disc just to add to my collection on him. And then also for the purposes of getting complete on Jeff Lynne, I got this one here, which is Doing That Crazy Thing, a sort of late 70s disco song that he released. Surprised this was a bigger hit, because it is very off its time, and but I suppose the Jeff Lynne name it just didn't sell then, it was ELO what people wanted. And this is very cheaply made, is something what I've noticed here. I'm not sure if it's a bootleg here, but you see the card there, it's all coming away from the sleeve. I'm not sure if this was if it's maybe been damaged over the years or something, maybe water damage, but it's sort of all peeling away. So I'm not sure if all copies were made like that or what, but it is quite quite like cheaply done this. But here's the vinyl here. This is a 12-inch single of Doing That Crazy Thing and Going Down to Rio on the B-side. So yeah, again, not too like off his finest songs. This was a flop single, but like it's so just to get it complete on like Jeff Lynne, ELO, but one of my favourite artists. So like this is like easily justifiable at me getting this one here. Right, so now some used record store finds. Now I went to a slightly different record shop to what like I would normally go to. I went to one in Dundee called Grouch's. Now Dundee is about an hour's and a half drive away from like where we are, so it's like quite like a bit like of a journey to get up there. And like I was a little bit disappointed that I get in like the record shop. Like I'd heard that it was supposed to be like one of like, the best in like Britain, but like it really wasn't. Like it might have like been about like 10 like 20 years ago, but certainly like it seemed like they had like a lot of like sort of like used stock, but most of it wasn't in like that great a condition, and like it was like maybe like priced like a little bit too high for like the actual stuff like what it was. But like I did manage to come out with like 5 pretty good used finds. First one here is a Squeeze album called Babylon and On. Yeah, so like this one here has the song Hourglass on it, which I love. As far as the other ones in it, I don't know any of them, but so this will be something new to listen to. There's the inner sleeve there, and the label is just on A&M Records there. So love Squeeze. This is one of their slightly later albums. I believe this is 1987, this one here, so a bit later on like in their career. But still, like I love the song Hourglass, so hopefully like the rest of like this album should be as good. Quite a strange cover though, to be fair though. Also got this one here quite cheap, is the legendary Roy Orbison, just his greatest hits throughout his very long career. So yeah, like there's 20 songs in here, all of them pretty good. Pretty Woman's on here, Only the Lonely, In Dreams, Running Scared, that's one of like my favourites. Jeff Lynne covers that. Right, so yeah, this is like a great album, and I really don't need that much else of like Roy Orbison and gone by. I've got this, got Mystery Girl. I think that's all I really need. Here's the vinyl LP here. This is on, what's this on? Telstar Records there. Another one I found was a Billy Joel album, Piano Man. I don't think this was his debut. Like, there's something in like my mind was telling me that this is his debut, but like I don't think it was. I think there was one album before this. But anyway, Piano Man, fantastic song. And like I haven't like listened to like this album yet, but like there are some like and like also know Captain Jack. That's one like the greatest hits, and like I've heard good things about Ballad of Billy the Kid. So like yeah, there's a couple of like good songs like on this album like what I know. Again, like this was like about £6 I think was like the average what I paid for like each of these. They're probably about £5 I think, and we've got the 5 of them for about 20. That's £4 actually. £4 I think I paid for like each of these. So if like you think of it like that, it's not too bad. I'm not sure if this is like an original. I don't think it is. It looks like the 70s CBS label, but I don't really care for like Billy Joel albums. Not like huge on like collecting them, but I'll get them like when I can get them cheap, and like I got with this one here. Like this is like a pretty good price, £4 for this. So yeah. Another band who like I'm almost complete on is The Police here, and now I just need the debut album. But this is Zedata Montana Mondata. Again, they had stupid names like that up until I think this is the last one. Like the first one, what I'm still looking for is Outlanders de Aman, something like that. But you know, like the one like I still need to get that one. Then I'll have like all the albums. But they're very cheap to come by. I think this was only like £2 or something. So yeah, nice custom label, and the popular tracks on here, Don't Stand So Close to Me, Driven to Tears, believe he'd done that one live, like when I saw him with Paul Simon, Dee-doo-doo-doo-dee-da-dee-da, that's also there. But I don't know like any of like the other ones in here, but hopefully like I'll enjoy this album like quite a bit. Next up is like one I've been meaning to get for like quite like a wee while now. Like I see it at pretty much like every single like record fair that I go to, but like I just thought like in like this shop there wasn't really much else that was like taking my fancy, so I just thought that I might as well get it. It's The Move and the compilation Fire Brigade. And this is basically just like all of like the earlier stuff before Jeff Lynne joined them, just like it was mostly just Roy Wood, like as like the principal songwriter. And like they did have some great songs before Jeff Lynne joined them. Flowers in the Rain is like a great song, and like Blackberry Way as well is on here, and Brontosaurus as well. Like I believe that one like actually does feature Jeff Lynne, and that's a really good like rocker. So yeah, This is just on Music for Pleasure, so quite like a cheap vinyl reissue sort of like compilation of theirs. But it's great just to get like all of like the Move's like earlier singles on that one compilation. Now the next find is like a quite like interesting one. Like it's not one what like I would like normally go for, but like I saw it. Like I'll just show it now and like explain like the backstory behind it. But I got Johnny Marr's latest album, which is called Playland. Now again, a surprising choice. Like I've only just got like into the Smiths, and like now I'm getting like one of like the solo albums, and like it's not even like a Modesty one. But like the reason I got this one here was like I was sort of like on like YouTube going through like just like various videos of that. And like one popped up for the song Easy Money from this album, and like I just clicked on it, and like I remembered hearing the song. It was like when like it was like released in like 2014, this album. I remember like hearing like that song Easy Money like on like the radio quite a bit, and like I loved the song, but I didn't know like who it was by. But like I'm like when I found out like a few weeks ago that it was Johnny Marr, like I tried to find this album on Amazon, and like believe it or not, this was £11 brand new on Amazon. Or so I thought, because like when it came like this, no shrink wrap, just in like that wee plastic bag with like quite a big dent in like each like the corners, well like down there, and then also on like the back as well, slightly more noticeable. That's how it came, and like I was a bit disappointed like it being like advertised like as a brand new vinyl coming with like no shrink wrap on, but like it was dead cheap like on Amazon, like £10, like Amazon Prime, came like the next day, so I can't really complain. And like so we got like the inner sleeve here like with the lyrics, a little download card what I have used, and like it's like also slightly good as well this one here, because this is a slightly rarer American pressing on blue vinyl. So this is pretty nice, and like actually like there are some great songs here. Like I really like the song Dynamo is on here, and this Tension as well, like that was another good one. But yeah, I still like the highlight on here, like Easy Money, like I'm sure like I'll have that playing like at some point like in this video. Great song, and but like yeah, like great song, and like it's really like underrated like as like a solo artist. Another band who I've been getting into quite a bit lately is the Stone Roses. I've got their debut album here, and like I think like they only made like another one after this, but it, like I don't think it was like as well received as this one here. Often seen as like classic sort of like late 80s early 90s album here, and like I love this album so much that I got their greatest hits like on CD here. So like yeah, like great like introduction to them. And like this was like another like one like James Laubhan's like recommendations. They said like go and listen to them. So like I heard this album like probably about 6 months ago now, but like only now just got round to like actually buying like the vinyl. So I'll just quickly show here. This is of course a reissue I got from the Fop shop in Edinburgh, sort of like a HMV owned thing. Yeah, nice like 180 gram vinyl here. Nice pressing as well actually. And like yeah, like some fantastic songs here. I mean like I Want to Be Adored, She Bangs the Drums, Waterfall. Like those like first like 3 songs like amazing, and like there's more great ones on like side 2, Made of Stone. This is the one. I Am the Resuscitation, I think that's how you say it. So yeah, there's some great stuff on here. Right, so yeah, like, this is like a great like new discovery for me. Now onto a Kinks album. I've got a reissue of Muswell Hillbillies here, their 1971 album here. There's the back of it there. Like it came in like this was brand new like of Amazon, came like with like these stickers and that, so I just stuck them on like the wee sleeve, but I'm keeping like the album in there, so there's a track listing and stuff. I haven't played this like all the way through. Like I played side 1, and like I was a little bit well, like not disappointed, but like it would maybe take some growing like on me. But what makes up for it is like the packaging to this, because it's this really thick, sturdy card, the same material I think what like they made Tom Petty's Mojo out of. So like if they know that album, very thick cardboard here, and like it's sort of cut in like the middle there, so like the records like they don't like sort of like jam in like the middle. This is a double album here, like it wasn't like originally, but like in here we do have just here on RCA Victor labels here. You got a download card with it. The other vinyl is sort of demos and like early takes, and like I think like live BBC John Peel sessions as well like on here. So this is great. And then you also get a wee insert here just about the album and like a picture like of the band. So yeah. But yeah, like this was like a flop in like 1971, like when it was released. Like it failed to chart, and like it was kind of like the start of like a quite like a big decline for like the Kinks. For me personally, like they started doing like the preservation stuff and like Schoolboys like in Disgrace, a soap opera, kind of like slightly weaker 70s concept albums, and like this is sort of like the start of that happening. But like yeah, like I'm glad to get like the reissue, because like the originals of this do go for like stupid money. Now another reissue like off a classic album, off like a band what like I am like again getting like into like a lot lately. It is Small Faces, and this is Odgun's Nut Gone Flake album. This is a reissue. Again, originals of this go for stupid money. But like I managed just to come across this like in like HMV. Like I wasn't planning to get this at all, but I just saw it, like I'd never seen it like on vinyl before. So like I thought like I've got to have that. £20 this was as well, which I thought was a fair price, and this is really unique packaging to this. So there's the back of it there, and the record, it's not very secure for like the record, but it just sort of sits in like the middle of like this thing here. You get sort of like an information sheet about the album. There's vinyl there, and then you also get a wee sort of poster. You have to be very careful here, like not to rip like any of this packaging to it. But yeah, here's like the wee sort of insert poster thing. Sort of psychedelic sort of patterns and stuff and logos on like one side, and then pictures of the band on the other side there. So yeah, really getting like into the Small Faces, looking to get some of like the earlier albums. I didn't like make like too many albums, probably like just like looking to get like two like greatest hits, like one for like the earlier Decca records, and then one where they on like the Immediate Records label, sort of like their sort of 67, 68 stuff. This album, notable songs on here are track list over here. Sunday Afternoon, or like Lazy Sunday Afternoon actually, is like that was like a I believe that reached #1 in like the UK. Afterglow is like a fantastic song, but like the B-side to this album is like a little bit weird, a little bit trippy, sort of like there's like a weird like narration going through it, and that like I personally didn't get like on first listen, but like it might like grow on me. But yeah, like a unique album, certainly like both like in terms of like, the packaging and like also like, the music like on it as well. And now finally, I've got a Paul McCartney Grail find. Now like it was my 18th birthday last month, so I thought that like I would treat myself and get like a album what has been quite high on like my want list for like quite a wee while now. I got Chaos and Creation in the Backyard on vinyl, which I never thought I would get, but like I'm ecstatic that I like finally have this album on vinyl. Certainly the rarest of like Paul McCartney's albums, without a shadow of a doubt here. I'll just show the vinyl here. Really nice glossy sort of cover here. Inside here is a gatefold. Just quickly show it here. There's we have the lyrics and a nice hand drawing of Paul there. I'll show the inserts first. We get a couple of photo inserts, if I can get them out, which I think I put them in this side here, yeah. So that's the back of one of them there. Just like 4 wee sort of pencil drawings while I went along like with the album. And then the actual like inner sleeve here and the vinyl itself. So yeah, a brilliant album by Paul. Like certainly like it was one I'd sort of like underestimated that before like I got the vinyl. And then like when like I listened to it on vinyl, like I just like really loved it again, like all of like a sudden, like it's one that had been sort of going down like my list in like McCartney albums, but certainly like it's like shot back like right up there now. Like it's like now like one of like my favourites because I've just got like this like wonderful vinyl pressing off it. I bought this off Discogs. I won't say how much I paid, but I paid probably like what it is like worth like nowadays for it. Like I didn't get like a huge bargain like on this by like any means, but yeah, like I'm just like so ecstatic. Finally have like a copy of this. This is like the ultimate grail for like most like McCartney fans, and like still sort of like can't believe that like I'm holding this like in like my hands. I feel like I should really have like sort of like gloves on or something like while like I'm holding it. But yeah, fantastic album, and like ecstatic that I finally have it on vinyl. But so yeah, like comes at the end of this vinyl update now. Like I've had like a good month month, like in terms of like buying like vinyl like LPs and like receiving them. McCartney, Grail, like of course Chaos and Creation in the Backyards, also like the Small Faces, Auditions Not Conflate, the Kinks, Stone Roses. Yes, I've got like a lot of like great music like this month. So yeah, anyway, I will see you all next time, and goodbye.